Your media, where you are.
My brief background comes to the Embo Kingdom, mostly focuses on African spirituality. Our mission is to ukulungisa imisamo yabantu.
Somehow the body is allowing me to have an experience that goes beyond the physical.
The body is a tool
Yes.
of the soul. 40% of Black South African adults and children have their mother's surnames.
So wait a minute, yeah, man. And that is a very interesting stat. So the chances you sitting there at home right now, the chances ubizang a number plate wrong, as it stands. I mean, that is a very, very huge stat. 40% of Black South Africans, right?
Yeah.
Ababizing isibongo.
Yeah.
Of their father's surname.
Of their, if not fathers' fathers.
Their father's fathers.
Yes.
Yeah, because you find that the chance is
Nayo ubaba.
ubabakho.
Uyize isendemi yakabo mama.
Yes.
Yakabo malume.
Look, honestly, to be honest with you, I sit in a very similar position.
Yeah.
Because personally, directly, I check directly, ne? My father's father is actually Diteja, ne? Right? Mm-hmm. But however, like you speak of fathers that were either absent or son doesn't know their father.
Yeah,
so we ended up just using my grandmother's surname.
But the issue, why am I relating this to you? The issue is not the surname per se.
Yeah, I was about to ask
It's
that.
not the surname
How
per se.
important is it? Because if it's lahlekile, then how do we find our way back?
Angas. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, not that I'm asking you, but to give you a brief explanation. The issue of the surname is not important. Why am I saying it's not important? It's important and also not important at the same time. Because I'm saying, I'm asking you where Umsamo lies. Do you understand? I'm not necessarily
You're not
saying,
necessarily saying, give me your last name.
yes.
Yeah, maybe the emphasis is rather, ubuyaphi?
Exactly.
Whom are you from?
And amasiko wakho akuphi? Amasiko wakini akuphi?
Now that you mention it, I realize that yini isibongo sakho. I realize that is such a loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure even you sitting at home now, you're like, I've never looked at it that way.
Now, the second issue relating to the 40% is that it is conclusive also. This is also another stat that a significant number of people during the apartheid times assumed people's names to increase their chances of getting a job.
Oh, snap. This takes us to Bokhampe, who then changed their names to Bokembel.
Exactly. But it's not necessarily Campbell because I can give you an understanding yama Khosi.
Please expound it.
Yama Khosi kukhona bo Grootbioma bomthimkhulu.
Yeah.
Khona abo Black.
Yeah.
Khona bo
Leo,
yes. But that is not that they did not detach themselves from Umsamo.
Also, even though they go by boy
or Banban, most Khosis did not detach themselves from imisamo yakubo.
Yeah.
Umuntu megathi in Eastern Cape, fanele ubuze the right question, which is yisiphi isiduko sakini? Hayi isibongo sakini. Isiduko is a clan name. So that clan name is where your reference lies, which is the person that gave birth to you. That's what you need to ask them.
I see what you mean.
Yes.
And then from that, then you are able to tell whether you relate or you don't.
Yes.
So we can both be abo Grootboom.
Yeah.
But it cannot be assumed Uguti we relate.
Yeah. We relate or we
until
yes.
I know Istugo Sagini.
Not let me give you an understanding about me.
Yeah.
Mina isibongo sami namhlanje ngoHadebe.
Yebo.
Angithi
Yes.
isiduo sami. Isiduo are clan names.
Yes.
My clan name is not Hadebe. Hadebe is someone that lived.
Yes.
My clan name is supposed to be Boqwa.
Boqwa.
Udlomo Nqangi. Udlomo Nqangi is the first person that my first direct ancestor that God put upon
Earth.
On earth.
Emhlabeni.
He's okay, isibongo sami ke leso. Mengithi surname yami, I'm saying that person's name is actually my direct reference to that person.
Okay.
So I hope he's listening. Cha, mengekho ezulwini ngiyobuza yena ukuthi cha baba. Kanjani? Yeah, but so it comes down to that. Ukuthi Boqwa is the son of Udlomo Nqangi.
Yeah.
Udlomo Nqangi coming from Umveli Nqangi. Udlomo Nqangi, the first.
Yes.
Yes.
So and would there be siblings as Boqwa?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. There are many.
Many. All right.
But coming to the issue of Umsamo now is that
Yes.
why are we raising these points? Number one. Not number one, but why are we raising this point? Secondly, why do we have to take this perspective or this way of thinking?
Yes.
The first component of Umsamo is identity.
Okay.
Under identity, what do we have? Umlando wakabo mama. Umlando wakabo baba. Number two, iziduko, clan names, kanye nezibongo. Mophahla awubizi izibongo. Izibongo meaning awuthakazeli. Mophahla awuthakazeli.
Awuthakazeli.
Yes, you don't thakazela mophahla. Mophahla ubiza the direct lineage yakini. Yakabo mama noma yakabo baba.
So meaning that I'm referring to the people, like somebody who would be my grandmother.
Yes.
Their parents. From
Their
both
parents.
my mother's side and my father's side.
Yes.
Okay.
Umlando is the history then
Umlando, yes.
of that particular person
Yes.
that you
In
are
Tambo,
using
ehamba.
some of. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And now, thirdly is ithakazelo. Fourthly is amatotems and medicines.
All right.
Wagin.
So these are all the components that we refer to in that part of Umsamo where we are talking about the identity
Yes.
of self.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, rather?
No, ngisaba nokubuza imibuzo because like to be honest with you, I mean, if you have any questions, right? You can always send us an email, all right? And that email will go to the calling at yourmedia.co.za, right? Failing which, just drop us a comment. This is on YouTube, obviously. So drop us a comment and ask us a question. And I will forward your questions to him because we're definitely going to have him again. Definitely. Because lento le isende lendlela le.
By it. Now, most people do not know this, but a person is made up of many surnames, if you have to say.
Yeah, obviously.
Many surnames. But
Yeah.
the number that you need to focus on
Yes.
is 4.
I was about to ask you, Guti, when I look at human existence and to have to know all of those people, angbaz mina.
Yeah.
You understand? So you say, no, the most important is the 4.
Yes, the 4. Why am I saying the 4?
So
It's the
2 from my
mother's-
mother's side and 2 from my dad's side.
Yes, your mother's surname, your mother's father's surname,
Yeah.
and then your father's mother's surname, and your father's surname.
Surname.
That's the direct link that was not tampered with before
Yes, because
colonization.
most of the time we're still very
Yes.
clear about that.
Yes. Now, how does this impact Umsamo? Just to give you a scenario, you find that your maternal grandfather married your maternal grandfather legally in heaven. Meaning it's legally in heaven, I'm saying ngesiko.
Oh, yes.
Ngesiko.
Yes.
Ngesiko laki-
Ngesiko.
Yes. Ngesiko. Before your mother was born, a perfect situation in these terms. Your mother had a surname, Yakababako.
Yes.
Now, your mother holds your grandfather's surname. She's an adult.
Yes.
Meets your father, and your father only pays lobola.
Yes.
And then marries in a Western manner. When the child is born, when you are born,
Yes.
which surname does he or she bear? Ngokwemsamo.
Umsamo, because now you have not mentioned the legal manner asezulwini. So meaning that ayenzwanga lento le ngesintu. Right? Ngesiko, ngokwesiko.
Yeah.
So meaning that then I would carry that child would carry the mother's name.
No, now, not no, but why am I asking that?
I'd like to know.
Because uthola thina ngesintu sibiza umntwana wangaphandle noma umlanjwana. Umntwana umntwana obangwa yidalo.
Yeah. Bangwa ngapha nangapha. These ones are claiming him and from both mom's side and dad's side.
Ngoba ilobola could be in two ways.
Yeah.
Uthola ukuthi ubaba ulobele umama.
Yes.
Ne?
Yeah.
Ulobele umama. Mekaqeda ukumlobola, umlobele anawe noma before anawe. That's another technicality that you have to ask.
What difference does it make though?
It makes huge difference because uthola ukuthi mebalobola umama, bebafanele balobole nomntwana.
If I'm already there.
Yes.
But I mean, if I'm biologically, that child is biologically their father's.
Then ilobola leli laka babakho liye kubani?
Okay, so here's what I'd like to know. I mean, it's quite a lot of information, and and I'm sure you're sitting there and you're like, okay, fine. There's a lot I didn't know. There's a lot that I've learned, but I'm feeling a lot more confused about Umsamo than before. It was just easier when Umsamo was just an altar or indompa. But I guess we need to go through this so that a lot of us can start understanding and fixing what needs to be fixed in our own lives. So can you just, break it down further, Uguti? How does all of this then affect Umsamo?
It affects Umsamo, as I've said, like it could be two ways in indaba yamalobolo. Indaba yomshado ongaqedwanga. Umshado ngoba thina abantu fanele si understand ukuthi abantu abamnyama umshado does not necessarily mean a white wedding or does not necessarily mean nyalobola. That's the traditional part. Do you understand? Awuqedi lapho. Ukucela amalobolo ngisayocela.
Yes.
Isandla ukuthi ngiyocela isandla. Then fanele uyenze isiko lokubulala umfazi umfake lento esibongweni sakini sakabo baba.
So that is a process, a ritual.
Yes. That's the ritual of umshado.
Ucelile, the next time around process yokumbulala. Not literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But figuratively.
Yeah. Yokumbulala mesithi siyambulala meaning ukuthi simkhipha kulesibongo lesangapha.
Yes.
Sakubo. Simletha kulesi sakithi.
And there's a ritual that has to accompany that.
Yes. Based on your nation, there are different rituals that can
be
made.
Based on istuko.
Based on isiko le lagini.
Yebo.
Ngathi isiko lagini.
Isiko lagini, yes.
Yeah. But also your paternal surname, you find that it's closed. That's the second scenario. It's closed or deactivated. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Your father's surname, it might be deactivated by Techulile. Then what do you do in that situation? Ngoba it's an issue of Umsamo nayo. Does impact Umsamo. Ngoba uthola ukuthi you are using your father's surname.
Yes.
And your father's surname uyenzile amasiko wakubo.
Yes.
But bathethule isibongo sakubo, meaning ukuthi bathethule nithi namhlanje yidlozi. Bathethule leli dlozi leli lakini.
Emele lihambe nani?
Besides mele lihambe nani.
Yes.
Le dlozi leli enizale nina nonke.
Yeah.
Bathethulile.
So what does that mean makuthiwa thethulilwe?
uthejulile meaning ukuthi balifasile abalithejuli kahle kahle.
Yes.
Bayalifasa ukuthi lingasalisebenzi.
Okay.
Lingasabi idlozi elihle kini.
Yes.
Idlozi elihle. Yeah.
All right, I get you.
Yeah. And then we need to also understand the structure in heaven.
Yeah.
The hierarchy is not the same for everyone. Why am I saying that? In terms of us, the southern part, Bantu people speaking.
Yes.
Umdali is the number one, the creator.
Yes.
And mind you, I did not say, to the viewers, I did not say Unkulunkulu.
Oh.
I did not say Unkulunkulu.
Note that.
I said
why are you emphasizing that difference or that the significance of that?
Because there is God and also there is a creator.
So hence you are saying you are not saying unkulunkulu.
I'm not saying unkulunkulu.
You're saying umdali.
Umdali.
Yes.
I'm not saying noma bathi umenzi. I'm not saying unkulunkulu ngoba unkulunkulu is a term that came with missionaries.
Okay.
And is a term that is wrongly used. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I'll explain why.
Try and keep it simple.
I'll explain why there is a difference between unkulunkulu no umdali.
Yes.
So is umdali number one at the top, the creator?
Yes.
Number two, the council of the creator. Namhlanje nithi yithunywa. Ithunywa lezi
isiphakamisa.
Yeah. Most uphakamisa isithunywa.
Yes. Kahle mele uhlise isithunywa.
Not that, but moti the council of the creator is more like in today's terms Gabriel, the seven angels.
Oh yeah. All right, something like that. Yeah.
Angels.
Yes.
But that's the council. That in our context.
That's a Caucasian context.
Yes,
that's a Western Christian context.
Yes. But we'll go into that as to who are the council of the creator.
Umdali, yes.
Yeah, laba abantu abathembayo noma abantu babathume kithi.
Yes.
Ukuthi basibheke. Sicele kubo basicelele kumdali.
Aha.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I think we can all relate to a context to which angels then are there as guardian angels. They carry, they help us, and they are sitting a lot closer to the creator.
Yeah, those are the ones that are taking the decisions. No mdali actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds a bit democratic as opposed to what we've been taught. The democracy is really.
I wouldn't say ayiko. I wouldn't say ikon.
Yes, it's a different system of governance.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
If I know Khosi, if you understand Khosi, you understand you have it. And then there is Tunya Zegamdali. Is Tunya.
Zegamdali.
Yes. The council are the hands of Umdali.
Yes.
Megathi umdali ngicela ungilethele lento i-council yayo yoyilanda. Noma i-council ithuma izithunywa. So
iyithunywa zakaNkulunkulu.
Yes,
ingelosi.
Ilabantu abaphuma elento ezulwini bayoyenza the intention of umdali.
Yebo.
Yes. Those are the messengers of the creator. Yes. And then corner number 4 izidalwa.
Yeah.
Zagini ezihlanjulile. Angels who are cleansed. I mean, ancestors who are cleansed.
Izidalwa zagini ezihlanjulilwe.
Exactly.
So your ancestors, my ancestors that have been cleansed.
Yeah.
All right?
Cleansed in what way? I'm not speaking on to abantu bebaphila emhlabeni.
Yes.
Who killed or who did wrong things.
Yeah.
No. When I say abantu abahlanjulile noma izidalwa ezihlanjulile, I'm speaking about people who lived according to the laws of the heavens.
Oh.
I'm speaking about people who were cleansed after the funerals and they got welcomed into heaven. And ezbayeni zakubo. Do you understand? I'm speaking about people who were judged worthy to be in heaven.
Yes. They qualified.
Yes. About women ancestors who were married ngesintu, traditional.
Kahle akrojwanga, like there was no
Yes.
there was nothing left not done.
I'm speaking about stillborns who were cleansed and given names. I'm also speaking about miscarriages that were cleansed and given names also.
Because they never lived, so they never accumulated isono. Or had the opportunity to go through life.
Just to name a few.
Yeah.
Just to name a few. Ukuthi abantu abahlanjulile abantu abanjani.
Yes.
Abantu abagezekile abamhlophe.
Yes.
Yes, bakhona.
They lived according to the laws of heaven.
Yes.
Right? And they have been welcomed.
Yes.
Ezulwini.
And then number 5, abantu abaphila emhlabeni. The people who live on earth. So
is it everyone that lived on earth?
It could be everyone, but we'll get onto that. It will also be incorporated in the difference between uNkulunkulu noMdali.
Yes.
Because not everyone is inzalo yakamdali. Not everyone God or Noma the Creator gave umoya wakhe.
Oh.
Khona abanye abayenza ukuganga. Kodwa sokhuluma ngaye.
Right now is you've just given us I don't know. I now all of a sudden have this understanding of what supposedly Izulu looks like and Umdali, the relationship, and how things kind of like operate over there, right? And obviously, indoctrination and socialization is compelling me to look at it from a particular perspective, right? But I don't want to fall into the trap of trying to use colonial constructs or human constructs to grasp this element of spirituality. Yeah.
No, thanks. But I think you are very spot on. Not to say but, you are very spot on. Why am I saying this? Mind you, have I used the word idlozi before?
No, you haven't up to so far.
Why haven't I used idlozi? To me, idlozi.
Yeah.
Idlozi. Break it down. Idlozi.
Idlozi. Right.
Liyazisho lelo gama.
Ha ke moZulu ntate. Onkutlwa ka ke moSotho.
Umuntu odlozomelayo.
Umuntu odlozomelayo.
Noma umoya odlozomelayo. Idlozi. Dlozomela force in English.
Dlozomela force.
Utlakamahla.
Oh.
Dlozi.
Hey.
Now,
umuntu odlozomelayo. We are running around using these names, Dlozi, but hell, we don't even have, we don't even take the time to even try and understand. Lento lengiyishoyo, exactly where does it derive from?
Yeah. Now, idlozi to me is a spirit that was cast away. It was banished. In terms of isibaya sakini noma in terms of igceke lakini la abantu abakini nithi amathongo namhlanje.
Yeah.
Amathongo wakini akhona.
Yeah.
Loyo muntu bamxoshile.
Oh, he did not qualify.
Not good, he did not qualify.
Yeah.
Loyo muntu might not have qualified, but also akagezwanga, number 1.
Oh, fine.
Akagezwanga, so ungaphandle.
Yes.
Ungaphandle akagezwanga ngoba in terms of heaven laws, umuntu who is not cleansed.
Yes.
Ozanga bamhlanjulule akangeni egcekeni. Akangeni ezulwini. Yes. So now,
they could have been a person that did that followed the laws.
Yes,
but maybe because Gibo Mabayombega, but we are burying this person. They did not perform certain particular rituals.
Yes. Ilelo dlozi ke lelo.
Idlozi lokho. So umuntu odlozomelayo uzanye ukudlozomela is to forcefully.
Yes, a spirit that does not have a home.
So tries to make you his home.
Not really. Idlozi is umuntu. Idlozi, there are different categories.
Yeah, okay. Now, I'm sure we'll cover that in coming episodes.
People who idlozi could be people who did evil deeds in life or
Yeah.
on earth, even if they were babagizile, but babaxosha.
There's still that.
Idlozi.
Yeah.
Not cleansed, number 2, as I said.
Yeah.
People who made covenants with prisoned creatures.
With
Prisoned creatures. Prisoned. Ejele.
Oh, okay.
Who made covenants. Prisoned.
Nemimoya.
Nemimoya ebayixoshile ezulwini. Noma nezilwane ebazixoshile ezulwini. Yes.
So it's kind of scary.
Which are on earth.
So they've
Right.
been banished emhlabeni.
For fame, people who did covenants for fame, spiritual gifts, blessings, success.
Yeah.
Ukuthwala kahle kahle.
Ehe.
Yangizwa. Idlozi ke lelo.
Okay.
Ngiyawuzwa abantu bathi idlozi is actually a guardian angel yakamdali.
Ehe.
Leli thina sithi idlozi namhlanje kodwa idlozi kahle kahle cha. Idlozi umuntu obamxoshile kithi. Idlozi umuntu unondindwa kahle kahle. Akanakhaya.
Ha khona o kena.
Azanga.
Ba right papa. Tsomolukisa taba tsa gago.
Usasebumnyameni.
O sa se bomnyameng.
Yes. Now, we need to, before we define Umsamo,
Yes.
we need to understand that Umsamo is internally, externally, physically, psychologically, environmentally, socially, economically, socially, sexually, spiritually. Yeah, spiritually, actually.
So Umsamo is actually existence.
Exactly. Umsamo yini.
Everything that has to do with existence.
Yes. Therefore, the issue of the altar, Umsamo, is broken down into 2.
Now I understand how Umsamo could have been incompletely described.
Yes.
And reduced to just an altar.
Now.
Or just indomba.
Yes. Coming back to that, umuntu megathi hamba uyophahla emsamweni wakini.
Yes.
Noma hamba uyophahla emsameni.
Yebo.
Kukhona umsamo wakho.
Yes.
Kukhona umsamo wakini.
Yes.
Njengoba niphelele.
Ehe.
For instance, Karabo I never phahlele ka di problems tsa gae ko msamong wa lona kaofela. Swantse ha phase ko msamong wa gae.
Oh. So like my brother literally cannot go komsamo wa ko lapeng.
No, ke msamo wa memereko yo.
Oh, and each of these serve different purposes.
Yes. Because umsamo wakho wena
Owami ya.
uphethe ulo muntu obamthume kuwe.
Oh, yisithunywa sami.
I wouldn't say isithunywa sakho.
Yes.
Kodwa bambeke kuwe. Ulo muntu omdala ohamba naye njalo.
Ehe.
Naye uthola ukuthi uthunyiwe. Yes, kungaba isithunywa.
Yes.
Uthola ukuthi uthunyiwe.
Yes.
Ulo muntu okuphethe. Umsamo wakho ke wona.
Owami lo. Lo uqondane nami direct.
Ubuwa lena mtho. Ubuwa
Yes.
ka di problems tsa gago ke msamo
Yes.
wa gago.
Waka specifically.
And then khona le msamo
Yes.
wa family.
Yes.
Msamo wesibongo sonke.
Ehe.
Ngiyangizwa. Ngoba khona umuntu obambekile
To
naye.
oversee
Exactly.
this clan,
This family name.
this family name.
Lenzalo yakhe le.
All right.
Noma lenzalo le yakubo. Umsamo ke wakini loyo.
Ngiyakuthola.
Angazi uyangizwa.
Now I think I follow.
Yeah, umsamo wakho is a personal altar. And then umsamo womndeni. Umsamo womndeni
All right.
is a collective altar.
Yes.
That's why uzwa bathi ungaphahli emsamo ungcolile emsamweni wakini ungcolile.
Ungayi yes, ungayi emsameni wakini wena ungcolile.
Exactly.
Say maybe I went to a funeral
Exactly.
and angihlunjululwanga.
Yes.
I cannot go emsameni wakithi.
Yes.
Yongcolisa.
Yes.
I'm just going to defile.
Yes.
Umsamo
Now,
wasekhaya.
what are the components that make umsamo?
Yeah.
Number 1, identity of oneself. Number 2, connection of one and one's ancestors.
Okay. So
Number-
oneself. Now ancestors. Yeah.
Yes. Number 3, the connection between you, one and the Almighty.
All right, that's very clear.
Then number 4 is under umndeni.
Yes.
The role of each family member based on their individual purpose.
Oh, all right, so like number 4 is umndeni, okay, ibhekane nomndeni, looking at the family, right? But also within the family, each member has their own responsibilities according to number 1, their own Umsamo.
Their own purpose, yes.
Their
and
own Umsamo.
Yes.
In relation to the family.
Yes.
The family's Umsamo.
Yes.
All right.
And then number 5, the fifth component is the guardian angel, or idlozi namhlanje, idlozi lakho.
But you see now, manje uyangilahla.
Kanjani?
Because not too long ago, you said that idlozi umuntu odlozomelayo, umuntu that did not qualify to get in there.
Why ngithi ngiyakulahla is in today's terms idlozi it means lesidalwa lesesihle.
All right.
But everyone uses idlozi. That's why ngithi.
So we are just using it for context purposes.
Yeah,
but to be
I
honest with you, you've nothing to do with that definition.
No, nothing.
That you broke down.
Nothing. Yes.
All right.
So in what am I saying is that a guardian angel, your guardian angel, less dollar less about 2 million.
Umsamo in relation to less dollar sum.
Yes.
Esthunyelwe.
Its values, its behaviors. It's building a relationship with that spirit.
So that's my guardian angel.
Yes. Umuntu abamkhipha ezulwini ukuthi azokubheka.
Probably he's never lived on earth.
Most probably 80, not even 80%, 98% has lived on earth.
98% of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they lived la emhlabeni, look,
Yes.
they followed all the laws and they did all the
Yes,
things right,
babageza,
bagezwa kahle, and so forth, right?
Yes.
All right. So could have even been that miscarriage,
It could be, but angithi
provided izinto zakhe zenziwe kahle.
yes, but
Yeah.
namhlanje sithi umuntu unamadlozi wenomo. Have you heard that?
Amadlozi
Wenomo.
we normal. No.
Amanomo yilabantwana laba ke. Yilabantwana
Ah.
laba abandlule emhlabeni.
Abandlulile either through abortion
Could be.
or through
Or
a miscarriage or a stillborn.
A stillborn, yeah.
All right.
Iminomo ke leyo.
Yes.
And then the sixth component are the laws of the Almighty Creator.
So Umsamo in relation to the Almighty Creator.
Yes. Those are the 6 components of the Almighty Creator. I mean the Umsamo.
Yes.
The 6 components of Umsamo.
So myself in relation to the laws of the Almighty Creator.
The guardian angel, number 2. The family,
Yeah.
number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the connection between ones and the Almighty.
Yeah.
Number 5 actually is the connection between you and your ancestors. And number 6 is your identity. Those are the components that actually make Umsamo.
Is there a
Now-
7th one? they say these things comes in 7s, but like
I would say yes, but I wouldn't know of.
yeah.
I wouldn't know of, but I'm just giving you a brief understanding as to, because
Contextually,
yes,
yes.
if we have to
For us to start understanding ukuthi
Yeah.
sidila nani masithi sikhuluma ngomsamo.
Umsamo, yes, ngoba fanele understand ukuthi the issue of categorizing is actually came with abelungu aithina. Tina, we were not people that categorize. We were not people
Ngiyakuthola.
that were.
I get you. I
would
mean,
put-
do you get it? I'm sure they do get
Yeah,
it now.
We were not people that were, okay, we are in the stage, we need to move 1, 2, 3 right, then 1, 2, 3 left.
Yes,
then
yes,
1,
yes,
2,
yes.
3. No, we're not that type of person.
So maybe Now, because this has enlightened me. I think next time, I mean, if you've been listening and you've been following this discussion from beginning, I think now next time when you go somewhere and bati umsamo wako awumanga kahle, at least now you can start saying which one?
Yes, which component?
Which component is it?
Yes.
This component or that component? Because a lot of people umsamo awumanga kahle, it ends there. They don't ask further, Guti. And I didn't even know that. And I'm sure pretty much like yourself there, right? All right, I follow.
Right, siyabonga. The definition of umsamo again.
No, now I understand why we couldn't just go into defining umsamo.
Yes.
All right.
Umsamo
Yeah.
is the African indigenous spirituality and divinity affiliated with the laws of the Creator through one's identity as a living, breathing, physical being who does not dwell into sin. Umsamo.
Whoa. And in order to achieve that, I have to understand the context,
Components,
the
yes.
components and what we've just covered right now.
Yes. Umsamo.
Your Excellency, Crown Prince Makhosiwetivhe,
Right.
thank you so much. I know more than I knew, but I'm certainly more confused than I was. But I think in a good way, I'm more curious, and now I've got better questions to ask. Right? They say a person's life improves with the quality of their questions, not necessarily the answers. True. And I think you've just put me in a place where I can ask better questions. True. And I can look forward to an improved life. And I hope our viewers there, they feel the same way. But do you have any parting words before we like just bring this to a close?
My parting words to you viewers would be yekelani inkolo eningayazi. Umdali neBhayibheli liyasho umdali uyasho ukuthi noma sithi uNkulunkulu namhlanje uyasho ukuthi izizwe nezizwe ngizozazi ngamasiko awo.
True.
Bayethe siyabona.
Bayethe Nkosi yami. And with that, I mean, uyangibona ukuthi mangishayile, mangirapile, and literally we've just merely covered a broad spectrum of umsamo in the most comprehensive way, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? We have an agreement that you're going to now break down. I mean, we touched on 6 components, for lack of a better way of describing. Yeah. We've touched on the 6 components that define umsamo, right? And that guide us around umsamo. But going forth, we are definitely going to have you again in studio, right? And to delve into each and every one of these components, because right now it's like, okay, now I know the question that I've got to ask you. Right? Exactly where? Right? And then once I know where, now I need to understand that particular component. And I think maybe I should be in a position to can tell with it. Right. I myself should also be able to identify that. So I'm hoping we can really just break down each and every one of these components over the next couple of episodes that we will have.
Yeah. And can I leave you with something?
Yeah.
Abaningi benu abathwasile noma enifuna ukuya epheshweni.
Yeah.
Nithola ukuthi niyakhona nihanjiswa idalwa zingagezwanga. Kanti bofanele uzigeze uqedelele lapho. Then bongeke ungasathwasa. Bye.
And with that, leave a comment. We're definitely going to have His Excellency the Crown Prince Makhosiwetivhe, heir to King Bongani III of Continental Ember Kingdom of Africa. All right, again in studio to break down these components, each and every single one of them, so that you'll be better informed and you will know how to better navigate the challenges that you're faced with in terms of your life, in terms of umsamo wako, your existence, right? You tuned in because you're spiritually and culturally curious. Until next time, join us for the next episode. Thank you.